What's up, traders? In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to find demand zones on a price chart. The first thing that I do is I look for big green candles. So price is sitting right here right now. I then look down and to the left to find demand, and the way I find demand, the first thing that my eye does, the first thing I do is I'm looking for these big green candles. Something like this. These are some pretty good examples right here. This isn't, this is one big green candle, but this is multiple green candles. But yeah, I'm looking for basically big, massive moves, a big rally in price, because in the supply and demand methodology, that is a signal that, a lot of orders were placed here. Demand exceeded supply at this level very greatly, as you can see. Like this move here is not bad. Like that candle size isn't that bad. I'm not looking for, little mediocre candles like this. I'm looking for big green candles, and the same thing for supply. Right here you can see these nice big red candles. That is the first thing that your eye should be doing when trying to find supply and demand. So yeah, the first thing my eye is doing is I'm looking for these big rallies, these big moves, these big green candles. I then I narrow it down to places where I can draw, where I have a zone, like basing before. See this basing? That's what you want. Like here, right here, this is more of an advanced demand zone right there. If you go down to a smaller time frame, I'm sure there's some basing there. Yeah, see that basing right here? And then price reacted off that. But that's for another video. But yeah, you want to find this basing on the time frame you're in, and that's how I narrow it down. Like I'll try to find an example. Like see these red candles, say you're doing supply. Like this is supply, but there's not really basing here, right? Like it's not that that's not supply, but if you're looking at the extreme, you want to see this good basing right here. That's what you want to be drawing, that basing like that. So that's how I narrow it down. After I find the big moves, the big candles, I narrow it down to the ones that have good basing before. You don't want too much basing. Like let's just say all this was basing right here and this didn't have this push up. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Say all this was uniform like this and then it pushed up. That's kind of too much basing. There is rules for that. But yeah, that's almost too much basing. So you're looking for, like here, that's a perfect amount of basing. This is the basing that you want. And then there's a difference between zones. All of these zones, this zone and this zone, is a drop base rally. And there's a good example here for demand. So I take this tool. This is an example of a price. Oh, that's the wrong tool. Where's my tool? Okay, sorry about that. So price dropped, it based, and then it rallied, right? So that is an example of a drop base rally demand zone, which is one type of demand zone. And the next type of demand zone is a rally base rally. And yeah, that's the second type of demand zone, and there's only two. Those are the two. So yeah, so basically it is what it is. It's a rally base rally, and then the other one was a drop base rally. The drop base rallies you typically find at the extremes. They do, in my opinion, work a little bit better than these rally base rallies. There's nothing wrong with rally base rallies. It depends on some things that I'm not going to go over today, but there's nothing wrong with those. They're both demand zones. I personally like the drop base rallies because they're at the extremes. And right now, this is a good example. Price is right here, and then we have price sitting in this supply zone. This is supply, and this supply zone is your typical, I keep losing this, here it is. The supply zone is your typical, I don't know why this is happening. Keep losing what I want, which is the polyline, my bad. Sorry about that, guys. So this is your typical drop, base, drop supply zone. And right now, price is sitting in there. It's sitting in this drop, base, drop supply zone. So you'd be looking for shorting opportunities. Or if you're long from down here, if there's some demand over here, you'd be taking profit before this drop, base, drop supply zone. Yeah, that's a good example of supply. So basically every demand zone, everything you do to find demand zone, you do the exact same for supply. It's just in reverse. I'm probably going to make a video on supply zones too. Maybe give more examples, but this is a great example of all these supply zones. Here's a supply zone up here as well, but this is demand. This is a demand video. I just wanted to show you guys this drop, base, drop, which would be the same as this rally, base, rally, just the complete opposite. So yeah, I guess that concludes the video for demand zones. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. I would appreciate your subscription if you want. I also do a podcast, so that's on my YouTube channel. Check that out as well. And if you liked the video and it helped, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.